It's been 24 hours since I went ahead and unboxed my Z Fold8 over here. This is the phone that everybody's talking about right now, and I was pretty hyped because everybody else was talking about this. And before I got this in the mail, I was actually using the Z Fold8 Ultra, so I was going through the paces and everything with this thing, with the battery life and everything else that come along with it. And coming from a phone like this, I ain't gonna lie, it was definitely a shock picking up the Z Fold8 and seeing like how much more different the Z Fold8 is than the Fold8 Ultra. Like, trust me, it's a huge difference. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you because I always like to keep it 100. I don't like to sugarcoat nothing. This has been a little bit disappointing seeing all the hype and everything that I had for it and then picking it up and using it now. And it ain't because this thing only got 2 cameras as opposed to the Z Fold8 where this actually has 3 cameras. It's a lot more than that. Now, I've been giving this phone a very fair chance. I've been using my Z Fold8 Ultra still, but I've been using this mainly because I've been hearing everybody talk about this, so of course that's gonna get me hyped for it too, right? But there's a couple of things when I use my Z Fold8 that I really wasn't expecting at all. So if you appreciate this type of content and you wanna see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, man. That's all I'm asking for. I really appreciate it. As you probably know, it helps out the channel a lot, but using the Z Fold8 has been a huge learning curve so far. But there's some things I've been genuinely relieved to see about the Fold8 that some people are talking about they don't like, which is, for example, the camera over here. Now let's keep it straight. I've heard nobody say that the Z Fold8's camera is bad or anything. The only thing I've been hearing is like, it's just not as good as the Z Fold8 Ultra. So for example, you're not only just missing one lens, but the main lens is actually a 200 megapixel on the Z Fold8 Ultra as opposed to 50 on the Z Fold8. So this is the same lens that you get from the S26. Now here's my take on that. I use a 200 megapixel on here. It is garbage, okay? So like, it was just way overblown when I was outside and all that. I kind of noticed that for the first time when I picked this up in New York City, at least with the Z Fold 7. And I was just taking pictures. I was like, man, like that is not good at all. So I was just kind of kept it in the 12 megapixels ever since I got the Z Fold 7, and I'm doing that with the Fold8 too. So honestly, that don't make no difference to me anyway. But like with the 50 megapixel ultra wide camera, we actually get that in the Z Fold8 too. And that's the big improvement I noticed with the Z Fold8 Ultra. So I'm glad to see we got up on here too. The only thing is we don't have a telephoto camera, but here's the thing about that. So I was actually taking pictures of my Z Fold8, right? I was taking pictures of my friend's dog. He has a husky, and like you can see with the 10 times zoom on there, it's really not that big of a difference. Now the Z Fold8 Ultra can go further than that. It can actually go up to 30, but like when you're just using the same zoom on both of these phones, they look not that much different. Cause this actually has a 3 times optical telephoto camera. So like I said, when I'm using this, it don't seem like that big of a deal. Now to be fair though, I can't completely bash a 200 megapixel camera cause I have taken it in other scenarios and it did look pretty good, but it's just too risky for me to try that. So I just keep it in the 12. Cause even when you're using 50 megapixels, you can't use a telephoto camera. It only goes up to 5 times zoom. So it's kind of useless for me. Another thing I noticed about the Z Fold8 is, let me go and take off my case. I left the case on in the video cause like, this is how I normally use my phone, right? I don't use my phone without a case. That's just me. Some of y'all creators out there do that. Y'all a little too bold for me, bro. Cause I can't do that. I'm clumsy. But when I picked this thing up and I held it for the first time, I'm still holding it. I'm like, damn, like this thing is so light. This thing is so much lighter and so much nicer to hold than the Fold8 I noticed. Now with one hand, I noticed the Fold8 Ultra is nicer to hold, but like when I'm holding the Fold8 just like this, it's so much lighter and feel to it. Now when I hold the Fold8 Ultra with one hand, I notice it is more comfortable to use. But when I pick this thing up, it's like so much lighter and it's just like, damn, I was like, wow, it feel like nothing. When I look it up, it says the Z Fold8 Ultra weighs 215 grams, but with the Z Fold8, it weighs 201 grams. So, okay, I can see that. It could also be that it's a smaller footprint, but if you look at this, I don't really have small hands, bro. And you know what they say about guys with big hands, right? Okay, let me stop. Now, there's a couple of people I saw on Twitter talking about there's a little bit of play in the hinge when you go ahead and do this, like somebody like, I don't know, who was it, Technically T and a couple other people. I completely believe them, but with my unit right here for the last 24 hours or so, I noticed absolutely nothing. It's completely solid. I'm over here trying to shift it right now and I don't feel nothing. Now, there is some awkward things about holding a phone this narrow. So for example, when I take pictures, you can already kind of see where my finger is right now, right? So like, it's already kind of becoming a little bit of an issue because it could be in the way. I kind of have to train my hands not to go around the camera, especially when I got this in ultra wide, because it could get really awkward trying to take pictures with this. Especially with like the knuckle of my hand or something, I kind of notice like it gets in the shot sometimes and I have to reposition it. It's a little bit weird. Now, when I open the phone up and I'm taking pictures, this is not an issue at all because this is how I hold my phone right here. My hands ain't in the way. Also, another interesting thing I noticed about taking pictures with this, when you hold this phone in this normal landscape mode, it takes pictures in the orientation of portrait. But when you go ahead and turn the phone portrait, it takes it in landscape. I thought that was really weird, and it throws me off a little bit at first. Because I know this is the default state of the phone, but you would think if you would turn the phone in portrait, then it would take the picture in portrait. But no, it's just automatically it's like that. So I don't know, I'm still trying to get used to it. I get why they did it, because like I said, this is like the default way to use the phone, but like I still don't know how to feel about that. When you fold it this way though, it doesn't in portrait. Now the reason I was really saying I was disappointed with the Z Fold 8 is because this aspect ratio is way harder to get used to than I thought. And I'm not saying that in a good way. Now, I'm not like some of those old folks where they go ahead and use new things and they just immediately hate it. Like, I'm not like that. I love trying new stuff. Why you think I was one of the first YouTubers to go ahead and immediately switch over to the original Galaxy Fold when it came out? Over here sound like Soulja Boy.
I'm the first nigga to do all type of shit.
I'm the first YouTuber to do everything in these streets. But no, when you use something like this that folds a bit from a phone to a tablet, then yeah, it takes some getting used to, because I've been using this form factor since 2019. Honestly, it's starting to get a little bit better ever since I woke up this morning. But when I use my Fold 8, it kind of feels like a tablet unfolding into a bigger tablet. And I don't know how I feel about that. Because if you didn't know, the Z Fold 8's cover screen is actually a 16:10 aspect ratio. And why does that matter? Because this might actually blow your mind if you don't know this, but that is actually the same exact aspect ratio as my 14.6-inch Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra. So it's just a very, very small tablet. And wait, hold on, wait, what? Is that my merch website? That's silly. How did that end up there? Well, I mean, I guess I might as well go and tell you, like, if you want to go pick up some merch yourself, go to latrelljames.com and it helps to support the channel. And right now, I'm actually running a limited edition run of my Setech Checkerboard Maze t-shirt. So if you want to go and pick that up, links down below. It's not going to be around forever. But yeah, as I start to use the Z Fold 8 more, I'm starting to notice I'm more of a productivity person than a media consumption person. And I feel like that's what this is meant for. This is more meant if you're watching your content, you're going to have less black bars and things like that in a smaller package. You're going to watch your 4x3 videos and get it in full screen. So for example, me at the zoo on YouTube, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all that type of stuff on there, you're gonna get in the full aspect ratio of this screen right here on the inside. Now, speaking of content, a lot of people are talking about that they don't like the fact that this does not have flex mode. It doesn't have flex mode, the apps don't recognize it or anything like that. And as you can see right here, if I just go ahead and just open this phone, it just kind of pops back open like that. But what I will say though is that with the 16:10 aspect ratio, you can go ahead and put this thing in temp mode. You can watch your videos like that. Not really sure if you want to do that, but you can do that. And if you want to for long enough, if you're watching YouTube or something like that, you can put this in flex mode. You can see your video still at the top and scroll through comments at the bottom, but it might still spring open like that. Oh God, you saw that on live. Woo! But yeah, something I like about the Z Fold 8 Ultra, and everybody was saying that they just feel like this phone is too narrow for me. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been using these folding phones for so long that honestly, when I use something like an S26 Ultra, that feels wide to me. This just feels normal to me using the Z Fold 8 Ultra. Because like I said, I've been using these folding phones since 2019, the first ever fold. The difference with the Z Fold 8 wide, because that's what it was called in the rumors, it just never really feels like a normal phone. And I don't know how I feel about that either. I like how I can always have a normal type of phone and everything. I can use social media apps because obviously I have to do social media because of my YouTube stuff. Like when I'm taking pictures and stuff doing these 16:9s on Snapchat and Instagram or whatever, it just feels normal, right? This, it still kind of feels normal, but it's just like, it's smaller and there's other things, like I said, like the fingers kind of get in the way of the camera sometimes. Like I got to figure all that out. And it was so dramatic to the point last night where I went ahead and picked up my Z Fold 8 Ultra and it felt refreshing to use over my Z Fold 8. Like I just use this thing sometimes, I was like, oh yeah, this is way too narrow. Now here's the thing, you can't rotate it this way, and it is a really good aspect ratio to use like this, but I don't know, sometimes it's a lot to go ahead and just, you know, just turn on the screen, unfold it, turn it that way. You kind of get what I'm saying? But it is really cool to go ahead and just use this because it really feels like a miniature tablet using it in this orientation with this 4x3 screen. But I don't know, man. Make sure you go and get subscribed and hit that like button so you can go and see more videos on the Z Fold 8 and the Fold 8 Ultra, because I got plenty of content to do on this since, like I said, I'm kind of fresh to this. My opinion has been kind of wild so far. I think I'm starting to get used to it a little bit though, so we'll see, man. I'm starting to like it a little bit more. Will I like it more than my Z Fold 8 Ultra though? I don't know, man. Like I said, you got to go and subscribe so you can find out later. But with that being said, man, if there's only one thing in life, it's to keep it eccentric. That's why my name's Eccentric, and I'll get up with y'all later, man. Peace out.